What's going on, you guys? If you're watching this video, you're probably asking yourself the same question I am when I started filming this video. What kind of dummy would give up homesteading in his own little property to live in his grandparents' basement? And we're going to talk about that. But first things first, I got to get out of this uniform. All right, so if we're going to get into this, we got to kind of tell you a little bit about myself and how we got to this situation now. So obviously you guys know who I am. I'm 23 years old, currently in the U.S. Navy, finishing up my contract this year. And I was kind of wondering what's next. So I got blessed with the opportunity to move back near my hometown in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. I've been looking forward greatly to buying my first home. All right, so diving deeper into that, basically, if you guys know what the market's like right now, the interest rates and the home prices, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's been crazy for a while now. While I have been pre-approved for a decent amount of money for a good home, me and my wife really talked about what our goals are in life and what we really want to do this next year as I separate and move towards my new career. Hopefully being in aviation maintenance and YouTube if we can get to that. So if dreams come true and I work hard enough, I know you guys will support the grind and maybe one day we can be full-time YouTubers. But for now, the goal is to just be closer to home. That's something that we can achieve. My grandfather and I were talking about it, and he has a pretty decently sized home back in the same area with an unfinished basement. If you guys read the title, you know where this is going. He said that we can come live with him for much cheaper price than we would be living anywhere else. And I plan on turning that basement into a sustainable home for me and my wife for the time being to save more money to either put down into like a van life type of situation or into our first homestead. I don't know which way we're gonna go, but kind of the plan, the project is this is gonna be a series about packing everything up, because if you guys can tell, tons of boxes and all sorts of stuff going on in this house, and it's kind of chaotic right now. But we're gonna have a series about moving back home. We're gonna have a series about renovating the basement. I also am gonna be turning the basement into kind of a sustainable off-grid lifestyle, because there's no bathroom downstairs, there's no kitchen downstairs. So I'm gonna be doing an off-grid style kitchen, off-grid style bathrooms. We do have a washer and dryer. That's about all we have. The rest of it is a dark, dungy basement, which you guys will see when we visit home next week. But the plan is to renovate that the first couple months we're home and to turn that into a home for now. So the series is going to be packing up the house and moving home. So if you guys have any recommendations in this whole home renovation process and creating this livable space that is sustainable and to practice off-grid living, to see if that's something that we want to actually do full time. You're probably wondering what this clip is, and I wanted to throw this in before you watch the next one so it makes sense. Basically, I was having a lot of brain fog. I could not focus on what I wanted to tell you guys, so I had to take a quick cleaning and watering the plants break. So if you wonder what this next clip is, just ignore it and take it as a minute of zen. All right, so I kind of wanted to talk about expectations of this whole series and kind of what to expect throughout it. So number one, and the largest part, is going to be packing up this house. Second off, another thing that we're going to be really going through in this series is taking trips back to the mountains, and I'm going to show you guys the basement, the current condition now. We're going to draw up some floor plans and kind of what the expectation is for that. And next up, I really wanted to talk about the kind of off-grid lifestyle that I was mentioning before. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to live on a wooden pallet in a dark, dingy basement, but what I'm saying is I'm going to make the basement very livable, comfortable for my wife and me. But there is a workshop area of the basement that I'm going to be turning into a off-grid style kitchen area. So we will see how that goes, honestly. Again, I am new to all of this. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that would be my cat. Ted. Messing with the Christmas tree. So if you'd excuse me for 1 minute. Anything to say? No, I didn't think so. Again, I'm gonna take trips home. We're gonna be taking boxes back each time, not only to spend time with family for the holidays, but to also get started on the basement. And during that time, you're gonna see the basement. We're gonna go through expectations on what to see down there. Again, the off-grid kitchen. We're gonna be redoing a bedroom. We're gonna be redoing our living room, so as well as off-grid practice, which is gonna be the main part of the video making. I'm also gonna be doing DIY renovations. The bedroom's gonna be pretty normal. The living room's gonna be pretty normal because again, we are going from this life. I currently live in I think an 850 square foot apartment. So in hindsight, we're gonna be downsizing to probably about 500, 600 square foot, somewhere around there. Not exactly sure on the floor plan or dimensions, but that's what we're gonna be doing. On top of the DIY renovations of the basement, bedroom, off-grid kitchen, there's also a large wooded backyard that we're gonna be practicing bushcraft, some survival type stuff. And then we're gonna be taking trips to the mountains, like actual mountains on hikes or trails, practicing some of the bushcraft that we are practicing in the backyard. So this series is probably gonna go on for a couple months. So as you're watching this now, it's currently December and we're not moving until February. So obviously we have some time before we move and start the full-blown renovation. So until then, kind of what you can expect is, as you guys saw the last video, a bug out bag, maybe some kind of videos like that, maybe some slight backpacking out here at the beach before I move. If not that, packing videos, at-home survival guides, cheap ways around the expensive Patagonia, Columbia, nothing wrong with those brands. I love those brands, or any kind of name brand camping gear, survival gear. Not everybody has money for that, neither do I. Despite what everybody thinks, you're not rich being in the military, and I'm sure we have military people watching this, and you guys can confirm that we are indeed not rich. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys stopping by. Now, if you have any recommendations on videos that you would like to see or questions that you have about me or me and my wife's plan, if you want to see her on the channel, anything like that, please drop it down below. These first few videos, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm getting my my rhythm back into YouTube, and these first few videos might not be great filming on my iPhone, but again, I greatly appreciate you guys, and I'm excited to see us grow. So drop a like down below, any recommendations, subscribe if you're not already. I'll leave the official Instagram of the page in the link as well. But until next time,